A few quick thoughts before I go and watch Andor, which will be my second attempt actually, because at one point I started watching the first episode and fell asleep because I was deadbeat after work. So now I'll start over again, from the beginning. And before I dive in, let me just say, I know it's freaking good. A bunch of people told me so, and people whose tastes I trust. So I'll follow the advice and sit my ass down to watch it, and I'll like it. I feel safe in saying it outright. But do you know where I'll have a problem with it? Because I can tell you now, I'll have a problem with the fact that even though it is good, and it's quality drama, which is what I'm looking for, it is, at the end of the day, Star Wars. And I've been divorced from Star Wars for such a long time now. I was a huge Star Wars geek in like the late 2010s or so. This was my high school period, my peak nerd years, and I loved all of Star Wars. I can even say that I started loving it through the prequels actually, because I saw them before I saw the classics, and I thought Revenge of the Sith was such an amazing film, and I even kind of wondered how people can like the old films in comparison to the prequels, because they looked so slow and boring. And I also kind of hated Red Letter Media for dunking on the prequels, because this was right when their famous review came out. God, I'm old. And then I had my Star Wars purist phase where I hated on George Lucas for altering the classics with all his stupid new edition CGI crap, and I used to collect the original versions and all this kind of stuff. You get what I mean. I was a big Star Wars fan, and the problem now is that was years ago. Since then, I've watched and read so many other amazing films and books that are infinitely more complex and interesting than Star Wars. And so my passion for it gradually and naturally faded, and I still cherish it. I watch it every now and then, but generally speaking, I am and have been over it for so freaking long. And you gotta excuse me for saying it so bluntly, but I need to get this out. Star Wars feels stupid now. It feels like it's just for kids, and my mind and soul has been invested in other fiction and world history and philosophy for so many years. And now suddenly, I have to watch something about Jedi with laser swords and big mafia boss slugs and metal bikini princesses and big dog pilots and be able to take it seriously? Well, I don't know, it'll be difficult. And I'm being told that Andor isn't like that it's actually serious and dark and well thought out, kind of like Rogue One. And I did like Rogue One actually. And so if I want a dark and serious drama, and this is what Andor is, what's my problem? My problem is, it's still Star Wars. It might be darker and whatever, but in the back of my brain, I'll always know that no matter how serious the story is, somewhere in the background of this universe, two old people will pretend fight with fake-looking light sticks, each of them moving with the speed of my grandma. I don't know. If I'm supposed to watch Andor and like it, somehow I'll have to make myself forget it's ultimately about Star Wars. And I'm not sure to what extent that'll be even possible, but let's see how it goes.